The ancient Greeks believed that lions could not mate with other lions, but only with leopards, and this belief was used as a punishment. In Greek mythology, Atalanta was a skilled huntress and a fierce warrior, and she was also known for her speed and beauty. She had many suitors, but she refused to marry any of them as she believed that being married would diminish her freedom and her independence. But to give people a chance, she was like, fine, if anybody can beat me in a race, then I'll marry you. One day, Atalanta was challenged to a foot race by a young man named Hippomenes. Hippomenes was determined to win Atalanta's hand in marriage, and he had a plan to ensure his victory. He sought the help of Aphrodite, the goddess of love, who gave him 3 golden apples. During the race, Hippomenes would drop one of the apples in front of Atalanta, distracting her and slowing her down so he could gain an advantage. The 2 competitors raced, and as predicted, Hippomenes dropped the first apple, which Atalanta stopped to pick up. He then dropped the second apple, and again Atalanta stopped. But when he dropped the 3rd apple, Atalanta hesitated, torn between her desire to win the race and her curiosity about the golden apple. This hesitation allowed Hippomenes to pass her and win the race. As a result of Hippomenes' victory, he and Atalanta married, and they actually fell in love. Aphrodite wasn't too pleased about this because, yes, she had helped Hippomenes win Atalanta's hand, but she'd only done it because she thought Atalanta would be miserable having to marry somebody after she'd sworn not to. Why didn't she like Atalanta? Well, it was because Atalanta had always said that she was anti-love, and that was like an insult to Aphrodite. Now, what does all this have to do with lions and leopards? Well, one day when the couple was out and about, it started to rain, and they took shelter in a temple. And because it was raining, Hippomenes and Atalanta didn't have a lot to do. And I mean, their clothes were wet, so they did something that required the removal of their clothes. As punishment, the gods turned the couples into lions, because in their minds, 2 lions couldn't mate, so it was like the ultimate punishment.